Good morning, everybody. It is Paula here coming at you live for our Hibbing podcast slash live stream video where we talk about different health and wellness resources just in general and as well as resources in our area. And so this week I wanted to talk about a topic that's really, really important for a lot of us as we go to make a lot of the changes and the growth and anything that we're doing to start becoming a healthier, happier person. And that is the truth behind it. And a lot of us in our society, I'm going to preface by saying this, we're a very instant gratification society here. Like, if it doesn't feel good, we don't want to feel it, and we want to feel it now. And there's a lot of that kind of process that comes with our whole society as a whole right now. And the truth is, and the reality is, healing sucks. Growing sucks. It's not, the end goal is really good, and the end goal is exactly what we want it to be, but the process of getting there is highly uncomfortable. It is not a luxurious experience for the most part. If we look at it from a massage and bodywork aspect, a lot of times when we're going through different releases and different stuff, myofascial release, if we're going through a stretch or an unwinding or something like that, it's not comfortable. As we start changing those tissues and as we start kind of shaking up things in our system, you can take a step back before taking a step forward. And it's kind of that, we call it a healing crisis in MFR. Massage, it's kind of like a post-exercise soreness that you get, that we've just really, really worked stuff. And so it's going to be uncomfortable for a little bit. It might be a little sore, it might be a little tender. But that's the part of the healing process. That is part of what happens when we go from being in a state of pleasant disassociation or pleasant dysfunction to growing and evolving and changing our body. And the same goes for every single aspect of life that we're trying to change and grow and become a better person with. And it's just this whole get comfortable with being uncomfortable mindset is that, you know what, I'm trying to grow, I'm trying to become a better person, I'm trying to evolve, I'm trying to make these changes, and for a while, it's gonna suck. And if you go into it knowing that, you're a lot more at ease with the whole change and the whole process than being blindsided by it. Another example that I can use for people is if you're trying to get to financial freedom in our very, very debt-ridden society, we spend money that we don't have. Most of us do. That's just what it comes down to. But when we're going to change that to try to become debt-free, you're going to be uncomfortable and you're going to have to make some sacrifices that we don't necessarily want to make. You're going to have to rein in your spending. You might have to get a second job to help make ends meet. There are all these different changes that are uncomfortable to begin with, and that's the truth behind it. But the end goal, where we can go, where we can evolve to, is just so phenomenal. The whole process of actually, once we've gotten there, when we look back, is, that wasn't that bad. But when you're in the moment, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. When you're there, when you're struggling, it is not a good place to be. But there's always hope. There's always that when you're over that hump, when you're at that end goal, it is so amazing to be there, but you gotta start. And you gotta be uncomfortable for a little bit, because all the best changes in life go through a period of discomfort and a period of unease. A really, really big one that a lot of people help with is relationships. Whether it's you're getting out of an unhealthy relationship or you're trying to set boundaries and you're trying to make sure that you're taking care of yourself by setting boundaries and not saying yes to everything or not saying no to everything, or just making sure that you're not taken advantage of and people value you and people appreciate you, there's going to be a period of uncomfortableness, especially because most of us have a lot of crap in our past that wasn't a good place to be. It really wasn't a good place to be, and we just don't talk about it because it's not picture perfect, and especially we don't put it on social media because you can't put anything that's, uncomfortable, scary on social media. But when you go and you're starting to set those boundaries and you're starting to make those changes, it's going to be uncomfortable for a while. You might be scared as all get out to tell somebody no. But is it actually healthy for you, and does it help you grow? Well, no, it doesn't. So you need to say no now so that later on they appreciate you. You can have a better relationship and be a little bit more fulfilled, but it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable in the process and in the meantime. And where I've especially come up with this is over my years of, I picked up my entire practice and moved 200 miles away, and I had to start from nothing. I moved into an area that I was told didn't accept outsiders. I was told that I would fail. and that I could always move back down to the cities when it was ready. And so there's all this unease that I had to go into the area with, and I knew I wasn't going to be comfortable. I had to reach out and make connections and work with people on a way so that they would know and trust me, hopefully, so that I could help more people. And if I was just dead set on staying in my point of I'm comfortable, I can't reach out, I might be rejected. What's gonna happen then? And you just gotta reach out and you just gotta do these things to grow and evolve. And then look what's happened. Like, we have been so blessed and so fortunate to be accepted into this area, and it's just been phenomenal. Like, we have this whole Hibbing Health and Wellness Fair coming up, and we're really working on helping connect the people here with health and wellness resources. And none of that would have been possible if I would have sat back in my little point of comfort and not been willing to put myself out there and not been willing to get rejected, or any of that other stuff that comes with growing and evolving. And so I really, really, really encourage everybody. And if you have any tips for how to become uncomfortable with being uncomfortable, please share them in the comments below, because I can't quite verbalize other than the fact of just do it. That's just my advice when it comes to changing and growing and evolving. Just do it. And it's not going to be comfortable, and it's going to be messy, and it's not going to be linear. You're going to take one step forward, but you're going to take 1 or 2 steps back. But the point is to keep on growing and keep on evolving. Expose yourself to new things and new ideas and all this other fantastic stuff, because when we purposely live our life to try to become the healthiest, happy version of us, and that's different for everybody. Every single person has a different idea of what their healthy and happy looks like. It's not a picture perfect, like you have to be a size 0 with like a 36, 24, 36, like they say in that Sir Mix-a-Lot song. Like, you don't have to be that. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. For me, I have to be able to live my life without being winded. My breaking point when I struggled with weight about 10 years ago was I couldn't walk up 3 flights of stairs without being winded. So I started making change. And it wasn't comfortable and it wasn't easy, but it was worth it. And so get comfortable with being uncomfortable. The process is going to be painful and it's going to be messy, but it is going to be worth it. I promise you that. And so thank you everybody for joining us, and I will see you guys all next week. Have a great day.